Yeah, so you get distracted and cannot focus more on the studying part. So I think it is not really better than classroom learning.
Okay, summarize.
For conclusion, from Sarah, as we all know, face-to-face is more understanding and online class is not always productive. And also, online class not focus on the learning, and also it's not all good for our mental health. As we all know now, our human
Social creator.
social creatures, and
Human is a social creator.
human is social creatures.
Alright, that's all. Alright, you can see the way they try to express their opinion. Which one is better? Sini. Karena which is true, but itu aja udah ada di situ gitu kan. Titi udah pakai bahasa itu. What is Father said it is true, but itu udah poin-poin yang bagus. I don't think so. Something like that. It is expressing your opinion. That is really different from the opposite thing, which is only stating the argument. It is not giving the opinion. Nah itu nanti bedanya. Tapi apa ini kan belajar ya. Nanti coba di rebuttal, you try to use those phrases. Dengarnya juga enak, lebih natural, lebih nggak poin-poin kaku seperti yang sebelumnya gitu. Ya, mungkin bisa ditambahkan lagi kalaupun tadi ada mungkin sedikit, tapi sekarang udah mulai bisa lebih natural lagi. Okay? So please kali ini kita pakai zigzag ya. You try to defend your argument after you're being attacked for several times, and after that you will defend your argument or maybe attack. It's up to you. And after that we go to syuhada. Syuhada of course need to defend the team, even though maybe ada juga yang attack your point, but no problem. Yang mungkin yang gak attack your pointnya bisa defend your team gitu. And use your opinion to be the weapon to attack them. Okay? So that's the thing di debate. Debate itu being attacked and attacking. So that's what we need to do right now. Okay, so the rebuttal point, you may start now, Fato. Langsung aja expressing your opinion.
What was Chaira said, it was true. It was quite great, but we need to see from the other's perspective that when you say see through an offline learning, you can see the teacher. But I think what you mean was we can see the teacher physically, isn't it? But in online learning, we can also the teacher, but we drew the screen, isn't it? And then also about the point that understand the material. I believe we can also understand the material through an online learning, because even when we conduct an offline meeting, some people were ignoring what the teacher says. And also, you also mentioned about we cannot focus through an online learning, and that is not true. And that is not true at all. We can still get some preparation, but it's the less preparation. We only need some gauges, and then we need also a notebook, and we still can understand the teacher. And there is the fourth point that you say, study in the bed is not effective. We feel sleepy, and the interaction is good for other people. I mean, in this technology era, we also have something that we can interact with people, such as a Discord or any content that we can interact with people. And there is also an activity to keep to keep stable, to maintain our emotions stable because we still interact with people, isn't it? And he also mentioned about we feel quite sleepy when we conduct an online meeting, and I strongly believe that is not true at all. An offline meeting can also make people feel sleepy. They ignore the teacher, and then they started to play the gadgets because they felt boring. It can also happen in an offline manner.
Yes, I think that's all. Okay, thank you, Pastor. I think it's true, but some reason from you, like we can understand material. I think we cannot understand material at all because we know that when we learning in, for example, Zoom, more students sometimes. Fair to us, and sometimes even students cannot to open the camera. Like I think it's not productive. Productive things. And about point interact with people. When we study in classroom, students learn teamwork, communication, and more effective communication. And I think some students, if online learning, some students live with poor connection, and students may be distracted by social media when we open the gadget like social media, like TikTok and game.
Okay, I think it's enough. Why are you shaking, guys? Factor is shaking. Chelsea, Chayara is shaking. What? It's not a real debate. It's only practicing a debate, guys. You just learn how to do the debate. Mungkin ada nggak yang gabung sama UKM? Ada nggak yang gabung? Like ada Fanya ikut. Nah itu lebih real lagi tuh nanti tuh. Ini it's only like practicing ya. Kalau nanti misalnya dari ini kayak oh ya seru ya, boleh gabung sama Fanya gitu ya di sana. Because it is a really good one. Bahkan ada senior kalian sekarang udah jadi kerja di SDM. It's because of this point. Dia dapat juga jadi yang terbaik, lulusan terbaik di UNAN waktu ini. Jadi karena emang aktifnya dia di sana dan komunitas itu emang bagus. Biasanya jejaringnya juga tersebar kan di seluruh Indonesia. So you will get many information related to the job that you're on after you finish your study. Because your senior is already got a job over there, and then because you guys are the junior in the community, they will share about the situation, the information, and maybe they can help you. Gitu ya. Ini tentang debate, karena ngomongin debate ya. Tapi don't be shaking, okay? It's only practicing. Banyak salahnya, tapi kan nggak disalahin gitu. Karena kalian belajar, so you need to fix the mistakes. I need to show you your mistakes because you need to fix it. If I don't show you the mistakes, itu bakal nggak akan terperbaiki jadinya. Okay, Syuhada?
As Chayara stated, their point is interaction with other people. But I think interaction through media social, through media online is also count because the point of interaction is you and other people are communicating. There's happened about communication, like when when lecturers give you tasks that require teamwork, that is also an interaction, even though it's online activity, it's still an interaction. So I think it still counts. And about the sleepy students that Chelsea mentioned, I think it doesn't even make sense at all. Like it's on the student themselves. What's the difference if they get slacking off and lazy in online class or offline? It's the same thing. You lazy at online class, it's on themselves. They do it on their own mind, on their own action. It's their choice. And if it's online class and they're still lazy, that's their own choice too. So that's no different at all. Yes, it makes us feel a little more lazy because it doesn't involve an offline meeting, so we can get more lazy.
So you agree that it's gonna be made?
Yeah, but the point is, it's on the student themselves. So even though it's online or offline, it doesn't even count. It will still be happen even though it's online.
Alright, so now I want to ask the audience, do you get the point what Syahada said? Ini audiensnya bukannya dengerin malah main HP gitu ya di belakang. So do you know what Syahada said? Just said a few seconds ago.
There is also an example.
Wait a minute, I'm asking the audience over there. You are not here, it doesn't mean that you don't listen to them. I think that you will not do better than them. They are trying over here and you don't even respect them. Did you listen to them? What did Syahada say? Coba yang baju hitam itu. Coba. Apa yang tadi dibilang Syahada barusan? Dengerin kan? Can you please move into the front chair over there? Jadi biar lebih fokus di sini, biar menyimak gitu ya. So I give you one job to assess them, to listen to them, to know about their argument, it is strong or not. Not just waiting for your turn over there, you have your own role. Kalian juga punya peran di sini sebagai audience. How could you assess someone when you didn't even listen? Coba yang tahu di antara 5 orang ini apa yang dibilang Syahada apa coba?
Syahada agree about the restriction of all media and
Could you please tell us?
interaction is not only online but offline. Online, like send assignments and group.
Okay, what's your name? Hilma. Hilma doang yang dengerin. Coba yang di sebelahnya, apa lagi lanjutannya? Dengerin gak Syahada ngomong apa tadi? There are a lot of points that Syahada say. What about you? What's your name? Azza. Azza, dengar gak tadi apa yang bilang si Syahada? Selain yang dibilang Hilma, Hilma dapat tuh, berarti Hilma nyimak, yang lain nggak tahu punya apa ayam mungkin. Coba.
Syahada is agree with the discussion of phone and but he have the
factor at the same time. Not Shahada. What about you? Macy, Macy. What's your name? Nadira. What did Shahada say? Berarti cuma di rumah aja ya simaknya dari grup audiens ini. Materinya kayaknya jadi belakang. So do you know which one is better? Which team is better right now? How could you assess the team will be the winner if you didn't even pay attention to them? Masa Hilma doang? Ada 5 orang di situ. Yang lain ngapain aja? So right now please pay attention to them.
Kita masih panjang. Coba lanjut ke Chelsea.
I will interrupt that she had to say about social humility that we can get the connection with our friends maybe about with online learning, but maybe I'm convinced about that. I think, are you really sure about that? Because I think about you and me and everyone in here, we feel sleepy when we Zoom at the morning maybe. And yeah, about the social interaction, I think it's very different when we speaking, when we interact with some people online and offline. It's very different. We get more interactive when we can face to face with them and about that. I think when we go to school, it can be discipline to us. And what do you think about the people, the students that they are studying about science, about experiments? Is that effective for us? Maybe no, because they should do face to face with their lecture, with how they do their experiments, and about the digital divide. Yeah, not all of the students have the phone, have the gadget to connect, to get better connection when we get online learning. And I think it's not good for all of the students, and classroom learning is better to make our social humanity, because in this era we cannot just like communication with our friends in the social media. We should to face them, we should to tell them about, yeah, I think that's all.
So what do you mean with social humanity?
That we need
Is it like social communication between human?
social interaction.
Social interaction. Yang penelitian apa itu humanitas sosial jadinya artinya. Silakan Ken. She got the point that is really good. That will attack the point of Shahada about social interaction, social media, online interaction.
As Taya said, there are some points I get it on my mind, is one, we should do social interaction in the campus and in college. And the number two is can do. Many of the students don't have a phone, and they may have ability to learn in the online learning. And I think I got a solution about that. In some people who does not have a phone, maybe them can do if working with their roommate is close to them, and they're managing their time management, which class they attend on that day. And the solution for number one is socializing in the campus. We can do it on online
Good.
online group, and more friendly, and maybe we comfort to doing on online activity.
Okay. Ada lagi?
No,
That's all.
that's all.
Okay. It doesn't affect anything to Chelsea point about the classroom learning, which is going to be related to the experiment, and it is cannot be held in online. It must be offline, right? That's the point. Yan belum bahas itu tuh. Kita lihat nanti ya. Coba Titi.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much, Ian. So your point was, if the students have no phone, they can borrow or they can go to their roommates. That was your solution, right? But in my opinion, that is not very convenient, or it's not very effective, because as you can see, maybe your roommate is also a student, and you cannot be borrowing their gadget like every time. They also need to use their own gadget, so that is not effective, because it can be a bother to your roommate. Sure, maybe it can help in some cases, but it will not help in a long run. Also, about the online socializing, the affirmative team has said this over and over, and we could not agree with this, because I personally think online socializing is not real socializing, because we as humans need to talk face to face. It's completely different when you socialize through your phone or through offline. Because when you talk to people face to face, you can see their expression, you can see their body language, and you can also feel a connection, because there's just something different when you talk to people face to face compared to when you
more effective. Here, Margaret. Mari kamu minta tim aja lah.
So I got some points from the negative things. They said that offline learning and online learning, students often get distraction. Okay? But again, like what you have said before, distraction can happen in both offline and online class. But the difference is, if it happens in online class, students can still cover it by do a quick report and learning it again in the right time, or the best time that they can learn it.
Okay, what about the socializing part? Is that all from you? Let Theo continue with that. Tugas Theo banyak poin yang belum dibahas gitu ya.
I think about the sociality, it is effective indeed, but we can we're not doing the online class every class is an online class. We're just going to do offline class, and
Kalau ada bel dari bunyi kan udah ya. Tadi pakai bel kan, dia tadi kan ada waktu ngomongnya itu Farid. Ayo, come on. Udah, that's all. Cepat Nabila. We got the point that the benefit of online meeting that we can record it and learn it again after that.
Again, some students, even though they report that, they never listen back about the record. You know that, if you're a student. And I think online class is sometimes kind of hard to understand what the lecturer has said, and like such as bad connection or what it is. I think learning classroom is much better because like we can ask directly to the lecturer and the lecturer can explain it much better without bad connection, and we all understand what the lecturer is.
Okay, I think kita limited time ya antara adik-adik sama Theo.
Okay, I think one of them is about face-to-face communication. I think interaction is not limited to face-to-face communication. Online classes over the discussion, video conference, and chat features that allow students to interact anytime, and then in fact, many students feel more comfortable. And then I think I have to give a fact about online learning. Even in our English phonology class a few weeks ago, when the lecturer asked whether we prefer online or offline class, most of students, and then most of I think most of us vote for online class. We can see now in our
Because
WhatsApp
you are
group.
lazy.
We can see now in our WhatsApp group for evidence, and then in fact we know because about the flexibility and convenience of online learning as the primary benefit of education. Student preference should be considered when evaluating with learning method is given. I think that's
Udah, gitu. Alright, ada yang lain mungkin menambahkan sebelum ditutup? Banyak sekali tek-tek yang tidak gitu kan. You cannot attack back.
I would like to give a solution.
In this point, they already did.
I would like to give a solution about why some people do not open the camera. The solution is that we can set some regulation before we conduct a meeting, an online meeting. For example, the students need to open the camera during the Zoom meeting, and then also about the social part. I really excited about this one. Some people do not really want to meet other people face to face. They prefer an online Discord or online Zoom meeting because they feel convenient about that, and then they feel safe. If you see many people in this era are used to
Yeah. Okay.
many people in this era tend to choose a technology as their as their friends. So they feel more convenient. They do not feel they don't feel threatened or something that can attack them. So I think the social part is also can be both happening on offline and also on online.
Okay.
The point of them saying that you're lazy is because we are online learning. It doesn't make it any better if we're doing offline learning. It's simply because it's the same things. Our topic is online learning is better than classroom learning, but their point is explaining our habit doing lazy at home. Look, it's worse than we doing lazy at offline class. So, but the fact is, it's two different same things. So comparing it doesn't make it any better.
Okay.
I'll say about the solution that Father said about opening the camera. It's true, and we have experienced it ourselves, right? Because some lecturer told us or wants us to open the camera when we have Zoom. It's true, but we as students is forced to do. We don't do it on our own accord because, of course, we feel comfortable in our home doing an online class. So why should we open the camera? That's what most students feel. So when the lecturer told the students to open the camera, they feel forced to. They sigh and they don't really want to do it. Of course they have to do it because the lecturer told them. But in the end, because they feel burdened by it, they don't really listen to the lectures. And it doesn't make the online learning effective. It doesn't make it good because the truth is we feel lazy when we're at home.
Okay.
So if the lecturer taught us to attend offline class, that doesn't force everybody to get into it. It's the same thing.
All right.
It is the same thing.
It is the same thing because we get to have different things. First, socializing, of course. You get to meet your friends, and then you get to meet new people. You get to meet the lecturers, and
What about the student in other major like science and well something that
yeah,
includes
let's talk about that.
experiment?
The laboratory. most humans, when they feel comfortable at home or laying in bed, or just doesn't feel like this is not the time to study, so they don't study. So
Yeah.
they don't get what they actually need to get, which is the education.
I
Okay.
mean, before learning,
The last statement please from this team about all those points that it needs to be fact.
I mean, before we learn something online, we also have to prepare, isn't it? But we prepare less. We still also need to log in, and then our document is up. And when the document is up, it's gonna be more effective for us to listen to the teachers. And I think I cannot counter that but Chelsea's argument that some major require an offline activity that needs some instruments that you can get it online only.
So you admit that it is. So you admit that it is because of that point. Okay, audience please. Siapa who is the winner and why they become the winner? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Who is the winner? Negative team. Why? Give applause to negative team. Why?
Some of the statement from the negative group is not all the answer by group,
Okay, great. Such as?
which is like socializing in online learning.
Okay. Apa lagi? You can talk. All of you can talk. Only what's your name again? Gak kamu Azan aja ya ngomong. Saya semuanya. If you have points to tell why they are the winner, please tell us.
Can do more like productive better than
Okay, so you believe that this argument is stronger than this one. Yang lain? Yang tiga lagi nih, yang dari tadi dia bilang aja nih. I want to hear your voice. Why do you think that the negative team deserve to win? Gimana? Nadira? Okay, what about you? What's your name? Livia. Why? Why they deserve to be here? More? Stronger? Udah more dan stronger ya, berarti stronger dan they opportunity. Okay, what about you? What's your name? Nafisa? Okay,
gitu kiranya pasti kasih kameranya tetap.
Oke, so that's all. Nah itu salah satunya ya kenapa kok tim yang pemenang itu adalah someone that can convince audience, especially so they can persuade kalau katanya Livia gitu ya. They can persuade the audience to believe that this argument, this choice is better. Jadi di dalam debate itu begitu. Makanya kalau misalnya giving a strong argument, it is one of the weapon to win the debate. And then what is the strong argument?